technology in the world. And in my case, I was basically almost dead, so they brought me back. And they brought me back with the insulin and the Coumadin, the Lipitor, and all the drugs. So I don't want anyone to think I got anything against drugs. I don't. The drugs saved my life. The mistake that is made in medical science is that drugs should only be used in acute situations where the body has reached a point of no return. Once the body does return, then a protocol should be put in place to repair the body, to help repair the body. The body is designed to be repaired. I was in a hospital 13 days, and maybe it was 2 days before I was to go home. The doctors were happy that I was leaving. There was one new doctor, a young lady, and when she came in and said, "Yeah, Dwayne, we hear you're going home and everything," I said, y'all glad I'm gone? She goes, "You know, Dwayne, I'm going to miss you." I said, "You are?" She goes, "Yeah." She goes, "You asked very in-depth questions. I'm doing more research now into some of these. We should know the answers to these questions." But she was a young doctor and therefore a little bit more open to wanting to acquire new knowledge. And that same day, the nurse came in and said, "Dwayne, here's the regimen that you're going to have to follow in terms of your drug treatment when you get home. 4 insulin shots a day, Coumadin twice a day, Lipitor twice a day." I said, "Okay." I said, who's going to give me the shots?" She goes, "You're going to inject yourself with insulin 4 times a day." I said, "No, you didn't hear me. I'm afraid of needles." In fact, in the hospital, whenever they gave me a shot or something, I always turned the other way. And the nurse said, "Well, Dwayne, we can have a home nurse come by your house." I said, "Hey, all right. I love it." She goes, "That will cost you $100 a visit." So I'm thinking, $100 a visit, $400 a day, $12,000 a month. I ain't got that kind of money. I made pretty good money as an engineer. I made pretty good money for doing nothing. But I didn't make that kind of money. So Dwayne McCauley learned how to stick himself with that needle. And Cynthia, to this day, I keep forgetting to ask her, "How did you get a hold of my credit cards and how did you buy all this equipment?" Because when I got home, she had my glucose meter, she had the lancets, the test strips, she had a lab set up, trays and everything, and syringes. I'm going, man. And I told Cynthia that if I had been alone, I would have rationalized and put it off for a couple of weeks, 2 weeks, maybe 3, maybe a month. But she wasn't having that. And I was too weak to argue with her. I think she enjoyed the fact that she could tell me what to do. To make matters worse, she hid my dessert bowl. She ain't gonna admit that, but she or my mother, one of them, hid I had a special bowl, people. It's a dessert bowl. I called it my Super Bowl. And in my Super Bowl, I would prepare about a pint of ice cream, usually Breyer's Vanilla Bean. On top of that, I would put a slice of Mrs. Smith's apple pie. And then I would balance that with 3 brownies. I would place that in the microwave. Yeah, I know. And nuke it for 17 seconds. That's very important, 17 seconds. And when I took it out of that microwave, it was like, ooh, that apple pie is like Mama made it. It smells so good.